So, this is important to me to look at. If you play football, if you watch football, I played in high school. I wasn't very good. I only got injured falling off the bench. It was that kind of situation. But um, it's important to look at what you did well after a win, but also you learn the most when you can kind of take a breath and see what you were doing in the heat of the moment and look back. So we had three plays today. We had a huge one with CLF, huge stinkers with BA, with Boeing, and with AMC. But there's so much to learn from all three of these, particularly Boeing and AMC, that I think I'm going to be a better trader. I think you'll be a better trader if you actually pay attention to this using flow, using price actions. Let's get into it. First, I want to look at CLF. So I entered pretty quickly after the open. I think about like 640-ish right there. So the reason why I first wanted to look at getting in was on my watch list, and I'm seeing all this green flow coming in for CLF early in the morning. I'm also seeing some 12.3s come in there outside the money. So I know that this is something there's a chance to run. So it's on my watch list. Flow's good. Great. I got to look at the chart. So this morning, my entry was right about here. So let's put like a box where my entry was. And here's why my entry was there. So when I'm talking to you guys about using triggers, what am I always saying? On either the 5-minute or the 10-minute, right? 5-minute, if the market conditions look good. 10-minute, if you're going to be more conservative. But on the 5-minute, you always want to see the trigger break and then the retest. So this broke trigger during like the pre-market hours, right? You see 5 a.m., 5 to 6 a.m. And then we have the open. It starts here, and on the open, it goes down to test the trigger. Test the trigger, passes the retest. Test the trigger again, passes the retest on the 5-minute. So we've hit the 5-minute and 10-minute values at that point. So now look, I enter because, again, I saw this flow at about that time, right? Looking at 633, 643. I see that green flow. I get in here at the retest. We hit the trigger. I'm respecting my levels. I see it touch level 1, go down. So I know if it closes up below here, I'm selling it. Goes up to level 2, goes a little higher than level 2, and I sell somewhere around there. So I take it from here, test level 1, test level 2. This is my target. You see this candle, it doesn't quite reach and it comes down. Okay, my trade is done. I'm probably not going to break through if I did, so the fuck what. I get out with I think this was a 60% trade. So that's the good, right? Let's go look at this shit right here. Oh my good gracious. All right, so BA, Boeing. I'm going to watch this as well. So the first fucking mistake I made was never ever hop into calls right when Jay Powell's going to speak. But anyway, I'm looking at Boeing too, right? And I see all this green flow, right? Going into the morning. So I'm thinking this looks good. I think my entry was somewhere right around here, 66 heading into 7. Everything looked good on the flow scale. So then I went to go ahead and check Boeing on the chart. Now what you see on the chart here is, so hold on 1 second, sorry. Going back to where I was here, right? So it doesn't complete the retest there. This is off the open. So this is the action off the open. I see it go down, this red candle, this green candle. Now here's where I enter right around here. So I'm on the 5-minute, right? This wasn't really my proper retest of the level, but I was antsy. I wanted to play. I treated it like it. This was the proper retest of the level. I had gotten in there. So this actually looks good, right? That's a trade that you could follow. It's holding the price action. Even right here, it's holding the price action. Now look here. On the 5-minute, we get a close beneath the candle, or beneath the trigger. We get another close beneath the trigger. We get another close beneath the trigger. So you've got one failed trigger test after it passes through. That's your warning. 2 times it fails to get back to the trigger right here. See this right here? Falls to the trigger once. Doesn't get back up to the trigger. That's really the point. If I'm being responsible, I'm probably stopping right there. If it's a play I still believe in or the flow's still going well, I might hold for that third candle. But at that point, on this third candle here, that play is dead. That's a stop out. It's not holding the trigger. So on the 5 minute that happens. Now, like if I'd gone with the 10 minute, which is the safer one, you see on the 10 minute holds the retest, the same thing, and then a candle closed below and you're out. So the point being that if you're looking at the price action, it was obvious when to get out. But then also, so looking at the flow too, I already should have known that this shit was DOA as we approach 7:38. So look, the calls are coming in clean still, ask side flow. This is really simple, by the way, a simple way to do it. Just turn on your ask side flow, eyeball the sentiment, and then look what I start ignoring. 7:20, I've got this order for all these puts that come through, 12:3, another 12:3 put that comes through the next minute. I'm still holding here though through the candles. It's like 7:25, something like that. I'm still holding here. Yeah, about 7:25. This is where shit starts to go south, where we started to see those put orders come in. If I would have been actually disciplined, I would have said, okay, these two factors are combining. Now look at here. Now this down here, 7:30 into 8, it's really starting to get more sparse. So that coincided with what we're seeing in the candles and the price action. So I should have got out there. Not your boy Milt. Kept holding that shit. I'd see like little patches like this, but look at these orders. So the point being, you can see the flow turning against you. And you can see the fucking price action turning against you. Why are you still in this trade? Not even, I shouldn't ask you, I should ask myself, why am I still in that trade? For what reason? So that's just a reminder that sometimes your triggers are going to break, right? Not every trading method is perfect. So your trigger breaks up. Discipline on the stops, man. You got a candle close on a 10-minute below, followed by another one, that's out. You get 3 5-minute candles in a row that close, that's out. Stop out. Take your 15, 20% loss, take your medicine, whatever. Get it on the next one. Same shit with, oh God, AMC right here, right? So this was already a fucked up trade because I didn't pay attention to the flow. I'll just be honest, it was on my watch list. I just really wanted AMC to work and was looking for like excuses. I think we've all had those stocks there. So then once we got out of this patch at like 7, I'm looking at these orders come in and I'm thinking, okay, things are starting to turn around our way. We're seeing mostly green order flow. But here's what I didn't pay attention to. Notice for meme stocks, you only see shit that's that week outside the money when it's going to run. Look at this. All that I held through, all this was far dated monthlies, people buying the dip, nothing for 12.3 except for the puts. So this flow right there, like that was an immediate tell. Then I kept holding and well, you saw how that shit went. The point being the flow there already started telling us sentiment was against us. And then look here. So I got it. Let's go to the 5-minute really quick. So I got it right on the trigger break right here. Oh, wait, whoops, sorry. Got it on the trigger breaks at 7:30. So see, look, this is exactly where I bought the calls. Look at this, like 7:05, right? Now look at my impatient ass. So, oh my God, Milt, why did you do this to yourself? So, notice it breaks the trigger. And even though it's small, every cent makes a difference in the trigger. It doesn't hold it. But you know what I told myself? I said, this is the retest, and it passed. I ignored the trigger line right there. So this is a good lesson in like every cent matters when you're making these price action triggers, which I'll show you how to do like at some point later tonight. This background's blue, so I'm just going to make that blue too. But, and then look, 5-minute. 1 close below, that's my warning sign. 2 closes below, get the fuck out. 3 closes below, close the trade.